Welcome everybody, and like to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas as when this video comes out like that. It's before Christmas, so about a week away. Yay! Anyway, I'm here to give you an update on what I've been doing lately. Since you last saw on the last video, if you've been following, I made a war machine for my nephew. It was only scaled to his size. Any of you wondering out there? He was, he's a 7-year-old. And that went well. And if you want to learn how to make something like that, you follow the hero tutorials, as I've been learning from him of how to do things like this. And it's really thanks to him I learned about foaming, or making foam costumes, and it makes it more easier. And I thank you for that, Stealth. For what I did because what he did for his war machine was he's a technical guy. It's really hard for me sometimes. So for painting, he showed that, I think it's outdoor spray. If I remember, just watch him. He used a charcoal black. All I could find at my Walmart was about a black or charcoal Metallica. All I could find at my Walmart was a black Metallica. That worked very well on the costume. It looked very sharp. And I just used automotive silver spray for the parts. You see, he's black and silver. Anyway, that's not what I'm here about. I'm here about to show you my next project that I'm making, and hopefully you really all enjoy it. And I can, if anybody lives in the London area, you can come. If you go to the Iron Man 3 preview, I will be there showing off a Mark 1 costume. Because I figured, at the beginning of Mark 1, Iron Man, you loved that opening scene of where he just made something in the cave. Whereas not real, but it's very cool. I'm just showing off I got the ideas from this guy. I'm going usually by this. There's some more pictures. I'm just showing you the basic idea of what I'm going to be doing. He made a homemade, out of foam also, costume. His name is Wang Kang. He's in China. And apparently the story is that he was going to work. It was Casual Friday, or dress whatever you want, and he went as that. So I don't know how long he's been in the development, but I don't know. So all I did was just he had lots of pictures of different pieces that he was making, so I just went with the pictures that he's done. And if there was not very much information, I would look at his original costume and then go by the pieces, and then out of the 360 pictures that he took of his costume, and I just went from there. So here's, for instance, so far what I've developed, like a right arm, and what you see here will go right. What you see here, this loose part will go right here, in between. So far that's just by looking, and this is where the little tank, the little flame canister will go. Effect for prop. I'll go on my arm. I've also made my left arm also. I think that's pretty cool. Not bad for looking at it, actually. And right here you see the opening. Yeah, it's not on the costume, but there will be a lid here. I'm not done. So what I'm going to take, it's going to be magnets here for the lid, and when I flip it open, and what's going to hold it open is some drywall hinges. I don't have them out, but if you go down to any hardware store and ask for dry hinges or drywall hinges, I think you'll see what I mean. It's like a spring-loaded little piece. So I'll attach it somewhere right here, so that way it'll pop open. There's going to be a missile in here, and I'll have it on some little stands and a little spring here. It'll pop open, so that way when I open the lid, there'll be a little hook in there. Also, I'll use a dry hinge, so that when I close it, it goes back and then comes up and then flips into place. So when I open that up, it'll spring open, it'll show a nice little missile. Pop the missile down, close the lid, and it should look good for the effects of pictures or videos. Also, right here I developed by just looking at some designs. This was in some of the pictures that he was doing. So he developed it also where he can do it like this. It just also the top piece moves freely and the bottom piece stays as it is. Because when I have the top of my torso on here and I turn my body, the bottom part will stay where it is. So, but also that makes it look very technical in what he did in the movie, like that. How it's free to do. Foam alone, it's really resistant sometimes. So I had to cut my dad gave me another idea. And you see that white stuff right there? It's known as evergreen scale models. If you're wondering what that is a styrene. It's a styrene, little plastic. It can come in various sizes. It's usually done for like making models, like you know, like trains. If you have a train set, you'll understand. It comes in different varieties. So what I did was got the plain stuff, and what I used here was a 0.5 millimeter sheet. They come in 3 pieces like that for that style, and you want to get a plain, and you want to put it like definitely here, and also in this section right here under, you know, like you want to have it on plastic. I put it in under here too. Just one sheet, that's all. It didn't have to be another one. And also here, and also here on the other part. So that way it also has a free motion like that. See how easy that is to move? So that'll be easy. And also to keep it attached, also with these little hinges like that, or little grips. What you see there is also from how that's made, is also made from this too. This is a product of Steelworks. It's an aluminum plate. This one here is about an inch and a half wide, and you can go find that probably almost any place, like a Home Hardware, or I've got mine at Canadian Tire, so that's always the best place you can get it. I did that before. I worked on that piece before, and it was in an oval shape, wrong piece, and I looked at his pictures more closely. It wasn't working before. When I looked at his pictures again, I realized that it's round. It's like a circle, but a cut-off circle. Mostly like I don't know, maybe 60% of the circle. If you understand, if you go to his channel, you know, like, or type into Google Iron Man Mark I blueprints, and then look for the 62 videos or 62 pictures, you'll find it. But that's not it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you more. So right here, I have the torso, the top of the piece. Right here, of course, the arc reactor, and then I have to fill in here with probably some more foam, but there's going to be some wires here in order to look technical. What I did was order up some pre-LED, some pre-wire LEDs, if you watch the hero tutorials on what he did for showing how to make an arc reactor. So that's perfect. It comes with it. That'll be attached, and these are going to be a little longer to put into the torso. I got the back. It's already attached, so there'll be a piece back here, as you know, the tank and the little fan with the chain and everything to make it look technical in order to make the flame flow. There'll be a tank back there, which just already does. And I'm going to use that to hook it up with some CO2, fill it and design it that way, and then put some triggers around my wrists on both sides. And it'll shoot out some white mist in order to do a flamethrower effect. And as I told you, I'm hoping to do this for an Iron Man preview, get it ready for an Iron Man preview 3. Even if the flamethrowers are not ready by then, that's okay. I want to have it ready at least by Fan Expo, and you can catch me out down there. And down here, I forgot to show you. The boots were scaled down for these shoes. I'm about a 10 or 11. And what it is tell you, everything was done actually all by hand. You can't find the Mark I online, so I have to do this all by hand in my own artiste, and I have to put out all the stops, because there's a lot of people that are doing Iron Man costumes, and they will do it by the files on the internet that they can find. So all I'm doing is, I told you, by hand, so because there's nothing out there for Mark I. Right here I got another aluminum Steelworks as is. These ones are an inch wide. Giving you an example, here's the one I did for the abs, side abs as I call them. Yep, 1.5, and here's for the legs, 1 inch. and they're 3 inches long. That's usually all I can find. I did find a 6-foot one before, and that was very wonderful to find. Usually I haven't found another one since. Also, there'll be a few of these. There's going to be ones around my thigh, near the thigh end right here, and maybe a couple down here for my shin. In order to keep it around, you know, keep it going, so that way when I bend my knee, this too will bend. And there's going to be some straps in here, like maybe an elastic kind, and that should work. In order to keep my feet down. Right here I have my helmet. This was actually the first piece I made. Well, this is my second attempt at making this, because this is the first part. I took the mouth off and put it right there. You see, as good as that is, if you see the pictures, it looks almost like it, but you see how flat that goes at the front of the forehead? That was the problem right there, and I didn't really like that. I really wanted it to look so much like it. So right here, what I did was took some triangle pieces, as you can see it right there, number them off, and then go around, and it'll give me that curve shape, and now that is more better. Did the same for the back, and it looks pretty close. It looks very close to the original look. And right here, yeah, I know you see these. What I ordered up is I learned from the X-Robots guy online, guy who made also some Iron Man costume with Mark 6. He showed this technique that you can do for the foam is it can be turned into plastic. He showed that you get smooth cast 65D. It does a plastic substance like that in order to turn it, you know. So I'm taking that idea. So as you see, you do it 3 times of a coat, and then you do the plastic, I think, also 3 times, and then sand it up nicely, and then you do some painting. So it's more easier than fiberglassing a bit, you know, when you get that hard technique. So this way it'll last a long time, because my Iron Man, my Mark 7 has been like kind of crumpling a bit. So now I'm gonna do that again. So I'm gonna glue that up, and then I'm gonna plastic coat it in order to make it last longer as I want. You know, you put so much hard work into it. Anyway, if you have any more questions, leave some comments, and I'll try to get back to you. If you're unclear of anything, I'll try to make another video. Right now, what I'm gonna do is try to make some more steel loops for the legs, and then probably move on to making some foam pieces armor for the legs. Again, I said in some other video, I suck at talking, but this is the best I can do. And I'm not a teacher very much. I'm not that good of a teacher, but I try. I'm just interested in showing what I'm making here in the basement. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you really all enjoy everything I've been doing, and hopefully it inspires you to make something of your own one day. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.